How are you doing? Happy Wednesday to all of you. Let me just check my Pumped Up Parenting group on Facebook and make sure I can see the captions on there. Should be live here in a minute. And now I can see. Okay, so in case you're hopping on with captions and questions, I can see them. All right, so welcome to everyone here on Facebook and Periscope on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube joining me, hit that subscribe button so you can get all kinds of tips and strategies that you can use along with our storytelling, and you get notified when I go live. So you can really catch all the important stuff you need. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Jade. Hi, Loretta. Hi to all my dear friends. Thank you for hopping on with me and catching me live. And guys, while you're here, you can share this with other parents that also are wondering the question of when to say no and when to let it go. So we're going to get started in a second. Let me welcome all my live viewers and grateful for my replay viewers as well. If you're on the replay, give me a hashtag afterparty. And I'll tell you who I am. I'm Celia Kibler, family empowerment coach, and I'm here to empower you parents with all kinds of techniques and strategies and step-by-step usable advice and information that you can put it into action into your family immediately and start seeing results and really empower your kids. Because you know what, guys? We're here raising adults. We are not raising children, right? Or right? Yes. Hi, Amanda. How are you? So let's get rolling with all of this. Oh, I want to tell you too that I'm a mommy. If you don't know, I'm a mommy of 5. I have 2 kids that I gave birth to. 3 I gained through marriage. I've been running a successful blended family for about 24 years now. And I have real life parenting experience of almost 40 years. Holy cow. My daughter's almost 40. Isn't that crazy? So I've been teaching. My educational, my professional work has been going on as well with parents and kids for almost 40 years. So hi, Jade. Good to see you. All right, so let's get started because this is really important. I have a parent who has taught, and it's not just one parent. Honestly, almost all parents have said to me, you know what? If I tell my child no, they break into all kinds of drama. Has this happened to you? Give me a 1 in the comments if you're like, oh gosh, yes. All I have to say is no, and the drama begins. So sometimes I know you parents don't even feel like saying no because who wants to deal with the drama? But reality is if you say no and your child learns to deal with their disappointment in a more productive way, eventually those tantrums go away. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I want to ask you some questions and you can answer them in the comments or you can answer them on your own, just something to give you to think about before we really get into what to do about all this. So number 1, do you feel like you're afraid to say no, like I just said, because if you do say no, your child will throw a tantrum, start screaming, start yelling. As I just said, the drama will ensue. So do you think that's why you don't like to say no? That's number 1 question. And you, like I said, you can comment your answers or not comment your answers, up to you. I encourage you to comment because then I can address them. Number 2, is what you're saying no to, is that causing harm to your child or to another person? Think about that. If, say, your child is kind of being mean to another child, do you reprimand that or do you just let it go? Or say they're getting ready to play with an electrical outlet. Do you let it go or do you say no? What do you do? Or are you saying no to something that you could remedy? And what I mean by that is, say there is a sculpture, a little sculpture or something that's sitting on an end table, and you're constantly saying no to your child not to touch that thing that means so much to you. Is that a situation where you feel like you're always saying no, and how can you remedy it? There's a lot of situations where we say no to our kids and we don't need to say no to them. We really have to pick and choose our battles, but there are a lot of situations that present themselves that you definitely need to talk to your child about. And one of them is the first one I asked you. Is it causing harm to themselves or to another person? So in the case of, your child may be kind of bullying another child, always calling names or really belittling them, or maybe even hitting them or biting them or something like that. Hi, Michelle. If that's a situation that your child is doing and they are hitting another person or they're calling them names, which is bullying, are you responding to that? Because you absolutely should be. That is behavior oriented, and that is where us parents need to intervene. We need to talk to our child about the way they speak to other people, the way they need to start learning how to be a kind person, a compassionate person. You don't want your child to grow up to be a bully, because if you let your child badmouth another kid or call them names, they will grow up thinking that that's okay. And they may not just do it to children, they may do it to adults. You have to take care of that right now. Right now, when you have influence over your child, part of your job as a parent is to direct them, give them their limits and boundaries. Limits and boundaries show a child that you care, that you love them. A child without limits, a child without boundaries is a child that just runs wild and does whatever they want. And as they get older, when other kids go, don't your parents care that you're out till 10 o'clock at night? They will respond, no, they don't really care at all. And there are no truer words, because they're not just saying that because you don't care if they're out till 10 o'clock at night. They're saying that because they honestly feel like you don't care about them. Limits and boundaries are a must. Make them realistic. Don't give them some kind of outrageous limit that has nothing to do with anything. But speaking kindly, hi Mel, speaking kindly to each other, respecting another person, being compassionate, recognizing the needs of other people. These are important character traits that you want to instill in your children. These are things that you need to teach your kids. They're not automatic. They're not built into those brains. The only thing built into your child's brain is all kinds of emotion. They don't have the wherewithal to deal with that emotion or regulate that emotion or understand it. So they may just scream or yell. They may just, throw a tantrum or hit a child or hit you or bite or do some kind of reaction that is emotional to the feeling they're having. Our job is to teach them how to deal with that emotion. How that if you're angry, if you're disappointed, if something goes on where you're not able to do what you want to do, it is not the end of the world. You figure it out. You work out a different plan. In life, if you set them up at the beginning of their life to think that everything goes their way, let's face it, they're going to be sorely disappointed through their entire life, because welcome to life, when a lot of times, a lot of things didn't go your way. It's life. We have good days. We have bad days. We have times when things are great and everything we just decided to do worked out. And we have times where everything we decided to do didn't work out. School alone gives you that reality. So if you're setting your child up, if you're not saying no because you're worried they'll be disappointed, you need to be exercising that disappointment muscle. They're going to need it. They're going to need to understand what to do when they are disappointed. And even if they throw a tantrum, not the end of the world. When things calm down, when your child calms down, don't try to talk to them during a tantrum. But when your child calms down, then you sit down with them and you say, look, honey, I understand you're disappointed. I understand you didn't like mommy saying no. You didn't like that I was not happy with what you were saying to that other child. But let's think about that. How would you feel if someone said that to you? And let them start thinking about how that child felt. Would they want to be excluded? Would they want to be called a name? Would they want to be, scolded by another child? No, they don't want to do that. Would they want to be left out? Would one child want to bring out snacks and say, oh no, you don't get any, only we're having them. You're not part of this. How would they feel? Give them the opportunity to understand someone else's pain and how they can make it better, how they have the power to extend kindness, to extend happiness to someone else. Just because they got disappointed because you reprimanded them for not doing something, that's a learning moment. That's a time to teach your children, because that's what we're here for. We're not here to do everything for them. We're here to teach them and guide them and give them the confidence that they need when they're grown-ups. Now, what about the next question? I asked you, is it something that could have been avoided by your intervention? So like if you're constantly saying no, let me tell you about a study for a second. Do you know that there was a study done on how many times a parent says no to a child in one day? On average, hi Tiffany, love you to death. On average, 400 times is how many times a parent says no to a child in one day. Wild. That's average. Which means a lot are saying a lot more and some are saying less. How many times does a parent say yes to a child on average? Are you ready? Are you sitting down? 35 times. 35 versus 400. It is our job as parents to reverse that number. You need to set up a positive home. So for instance, if you have something sitting on an end table where a toddler or child can obviously touch, don't put it there. Put it somewhere else. Get it out of their reach. If they're always opening kitchen drawers and they're getting into things, yes, in a day. Is that crazy? If they're always getting into things in your kitchen and you're always like, no, you can't go in there. You can't go in there. We have this. No. There, don't go in that cabinet. How about like I used to do with my kids, and some of you may do, and if you do, give me a 1. I'd love to know. How about setting up a drawer in your kitchen that's full of stuff they can play with? It was always the lowest drawer of my drawers in my kitchen. And actually, I still have it now for my grandchildren. And it was full of like pot holders and plastic tools and wooden spoons and crab mallets. I live in Maryland. We have crab mallets. Things that they can play with that are not dangerous, but are real utensils. So super fun. And they always knew they could go into that drawer and just get whatever they wanted. Tupperware containers. You can have a Tupperware container type of drawer or cabinet door where they can just open up and get in it, take it out, put it back in. You want to be a yes home, not a no home. You want to be positive so that you don't have to say no to everything. Hi, Nick. Yes, Bronson would love that. You want to set up your home for yeses and positivity. Because let's think about a small child. So if a small child, I'm going to use this little spray thing, saw this and it was sitting out on a table, they would pick it up. They'd want to see if they could open it They'd want to see if they could smell it, taste it, play with it. Why? They've never seen it before. And the child is naturally curious. So if you have a scissor laying out with a cool yellow handle, a child's going to pick it up. Is it safe for a child to play with a scissor? No. So that should not be sitting out. It should be put away. Just like knives and other sharp objects should not sit out. Lighters, those are things you don't want to sit out. Put them away so you don't have to say no. Exactly, especially if things are in the reach of eye level. If you have to walk around your home, and I recommend you do, if you have toddlers, get on your knees and scoot yourself around your house. Sadly, electrical outlets are at toddler level, so plug them. Light switches, another thing clearly designed by men, sorry Nick, that are at toddler level. So you need to look on your knees around your house at what's there. Because if you see it, you know they see it. They probably see a lot more than you do. Door handles. Once your child's tall enough to open a door, they will. So if you don't want to open it, you need one of those slide locks that go on the top that they can't reach. Yeah, we've even had to start putting things about 4 inches or more away from the edge of the counter because he's exactly. You know, that's why parents are always good. Well, this is a water bottle, but if this was a cup, I do it now to my own kids, and my kids are in their 30s. I'm always pushing things away from the edge, and they're like, Mom, it's okay. I'm not going to knock it off. But it gets to be a habit because, yes, they'll grab it and onto the floor it goes, and then they've made a mess, and that could cause upset when, honestly, it wasn't their fault. I hear hi, Lisa. How are you? I hear parents all the time that are cussing at their kids, and then their kids are cussing. And who gets in trouble? The kids. Well, you taught them. It's like a pet peeve. Ugh, it grinds my nerves when kids get in trouble for things that parents taught them. If you don't want your kids to learn something, don't teach it to them. Because if you're doing it, they're doing it. Remember that. You're the role model. I need some water. Okay. Now, hi, honey. Okay, so I lost track. That's all right. So basically what you want to do is you want to think about what's a no and what's a yes. So like if your kids are doing something, like maybe you didn't want them, you didn't plan on doing Play-Doh. You know, Play-Doh's like an ordeal. Play-Doh's like containers are out, the Play-Doh's out, the stuff is out, and now you have a big mess. But number one, let's look at the benefits. Super fun. Your kids are occupied. There's a mess after Play-Doh, but do you have to clean it up? Are you the one that goes over there like, well, now I have to clean this up? No. Your kids should start learning that if they take something out, they put that something away. And if they're little guys, if there's 2, there is no crime in you helping them to clean it up, but do not do it for them. If you do it for them, you will always be doing it for them. And that is a source of irritability for you because now they've taken it out. And now you're thinking, mess for me to clean up. No, teach your kids to clean it up. Yeah, guys probably don't know I have a CD. I have a musical CD that you can download for your toddlers. Because I have a kids fitness company and I wrote a CD of music. Included in that music, besides from the very famous The Hello Song and Goodbye song, is the cleanup song. And it's a great song. And if you put on the cleanup song, you have to look for Fun Fit, Jiggles, and Giggles. Search Fun Fit, like on iTunes. You can go on YouTube. My videos are there. Find my videos under the Fun Fit Family Fitness YouTube page. Also, don't forget, if you're on YouTube now with Pumped Up Parenting with Celia Kibler, subscribe to that too while you're on YouTube. But you will find all the musical videos that go along with my CD. And the cleanup song is awesome. Shall I sing that to you? So it goes, pick up the toys, put them in the basket, pick up the toys, put them in the basket, pick up the toys, put them in the basket, get more off the floor, pick up the balls, put them in butts, pick up, whatever. The nice thing about the song is you can use it for anything. Pick up the dishes, put them in the sink, pick up the dishes, put them in the sink, pick up the dishes, put them in the sink, get more off the table, whatever. It blends with anything. Pick up the clothes, put them in the laundry, whatever. Get it? So you can find the cleanup song, and it's nicely called the cleanup song, on iTunes, a little plug, or on YouTube. Look for Fun Fit, FUNFIT, like we're having fun and getting fit, all one word. Fun Fit Family Fitness, okay? Jiggles and giggles. All right. But you can put on music, or you can put on some really great contemporary music that you love to dance and sing to. Makes cleanup a whole lot more fun, but you have to let your kids learn to help you. So that when these times happen, they spill something, they get out the paint, I just had one of my parents in our Pumped Up Parenting group send me a post, tag me on a post where her child had kind of got out, I think, jelly and painted the refrigerator with jelly. Now, at first you're like, oh my gosh, what have you done? She was kind of left alone for a little bit, not too long. You know how toddlers are. But really, that's a time to say, okay, this is not where the jelly goes. The jelly goes on bread. If it's paint or marker or crayon, the crayon goes on paper, not on the walls. And now we're going to clean it up together. Magic eraser, fabulous product. I'm not a paid endorsement. I happen to think it's a fabulous product. Get magic eraser, wet it, and let them clean up the walls. Number one, they're helping to clean up the mess they made. Number two, they're learning a lesson that when you do things like that, they require cleaning. Number three, they love it. Kids love to clean if you let them clean. Nick says, Cheyenne said yesterday to her sister to my sister, that Bronson has been being a DICK. Like it wasn't nothing. We didn't scold her, but we did say, hey, you shouldn't say that because it's not a good word, or choose as a descriptive word for when he's being a little stinker or something less naughty. Yes. So who says that? Somebody says that word. She didn't come up with that word and that meaning all by herself. She heard someone say it. Absolutely. So yeah, I love the painting with preserves. I know. It should be a show. Painting with preserves. Somebody probably does it already. Hi, Sandra, my sister-in-law. So remember that through all these no's and yeses, figure out your battles. Figure out when no isn't absolute. Say you're in the store and you're buying a toy for somebody's birthday and your child wants a toy. Who doesn't? You're in the store, you want a toy. Kids want toys. But should they believe that they can have everything they want? Nope. And you can say even before you get in there, look, honey, we're buying Peter a toy for his birthday. That's all we're getting. So don't ask me for a toy. If you see something you like, we can certainly put it on your holiday list or birthday list or wish list. I'll take a little photograph of it and I'll keep it in mind for when a gift needs to come around. But we're not buying anything but a birthday gift for Peter. Let them know up front before you go in. And then if they throw a fit, you can simply say, we discussed this earlier. And if they really throw a tantrum, they leave the store. Go sit in the car till they chill out. If you haven't bought the thing yet. If you bought the thing, leave, go home. Do not give in. If you give in to their tantrums or their behavior from being disappointed, they will continue that behavior. Why? It works. You gave in. So stop the nonsense. Okay, so I hope that helps, guys, and you understand a little of when to say no and when to let it go. Because sometimes you can really turn a negative right into a positive. So hope this helped. If you have any questions, let me know. That's what I'm here for. And let me also tell you that, guys, I'm keeping, like Nick just got in, I have a special offer for my VIP parents, my very intentional parents. And I'm going to keep this deal open for just a couple more days. And it is 75% off. It is a super good deal. It's a monthly membership, regularly $249 down to $47. And it is a super good deal right now if you get in plus 4 wonderful bonuses go along with that. So honestly, take advantage of it. Send me a message and we'll get you started in the VIP group. It is a super group. Certain things are taught each month and you get each week we focus on a topic and you get a 2-hour depends, 1 to 2 hours, depends how much question and answer there is. Masterclass every month. This month, the masterclass is going to be posted today, and it is, picky eaters, finicky eaters, and how to start introducing healthier food into your family. I happen to be a certified nutritionist, so I'm going to give you all kinds of great tips of how to get your finicky eater to eat more variety of food than just mac and cheese, right? You don't want to be a short order cook. So that is this month. It is Tuesday, June 30th at 8:30. If you're a VIP member, you get that for free. If you're not, you have to go to Pumped Up Parenting. Under courses, you'll find Picky Eaters and go there and you can register to be part of the class, but you have to pay. So honestly, the cost of that is almost the cost of a monthly membership. So get in now, because once you're in for life. I never raise the price. I don't know, Joe. Once you have paid that price, you're in. Okay. So this is as low as it's going to ever go. Message me if you want in. All right, guys. So that's it. Remember, tonight at 7 o'clock is story time. Since I have some VIPs in this group for you guys, tonight at 8 o'clock is our VIP question and answer. You hop on Zoom for an hour, ask me any question live, and you'll get your answers taken care of. So that's tonight, 8 to 9 o'clock on Zoom. I'll post the Zoom link in our VIP group. We have that weekly question and answer every week as a VIP. All right. So basically you have like a parenting coach in your back pocket. All right, guys. So hope you got value from this. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon at lunchtime. Story time is 7 o'clock p.m. every single night of the week. This is all Eastern Standard Time, so you have to adjust it to where you are. And as always, guys, I wish you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter, because laughter really is the best medicine. So keep laughing. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Yes, Nick, I'd love to see you and Sarah. All right, guys. Love you tons. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.